Guten Abend, YouTube. Ich heiße Nehmen Ohren. Mein Lieblingsfarben sind blau und grün. An eternally interesting topic, and one that has been floating around my head, is lucid dreaming. A conversation with a friend of mine inspired the motivation necessary to power this video. Lately, advances in science have been causing some introspection. It is due to the fact that we, human beings, are curious creatures, those of us who are scavengers of knowledge, seeking answers, survive, whereas ignorance breeds itself, permeating through generations, allowing corrupt, twisted mutations to think themselves kings. On February 19th, I took advantage of one of the few privileges offered at UT Arlington. I attended the Maverick Speaker Series and got to see one of the more popularized, prominent, theoretical physicists of our time, Michio Kaku. He acted exactly how someone who is trying to popularize not just science in general, but quantum physics itself would act. 3 words I feel describe Michio Kaku well: egotistical, engaging, and commercial. Not to say that I did not enjoy the talk, but I feel the theoretical physicist spoke gregariously, taking the time to illustrate the universe in respect to string theory, taking advantage of the more interesting sounding gears of quantum mechanics. But when a girl from the preferred seating section of the audience voiced a question about humanity's recent observations in Geneva, Switzerland, and what that would mean for the international physics community, Michio Kaku brushed it off to answer some other simple, irrelevant question related to his opinion on the future of physics. Of course, there was an autograph signing after the lecture where people lined up for the physicist's signature after buying his book. I left, thinking about how Michio Kaku talked about the human brain becoming the next frontier in science. This made my thought process branch off into topics such as transhumanism and artificial intelligence. I read in Popular Science that Randall Keene, a neuroscientist, appeared at Transhuman Visions 2014 and spoke of his ambition to scan and upload the human brain into a data format. This is possible because Harvard scientists have developed a technique to map neurocircuitry with exquisite detail. According to the article I was reading, researchers at UC Berkeley have proposed an idea for something called neural dust, which are nanoparticles that could serve as a wireless brain-machine interface, or BMI. When I was browsing Kickstarter, I came across one created by Don Coolidge and JP Benini called Cognitoy, a toy dinosaur equipped with Watson, IBM supercomputer. For the first time, children will have a toy that can learn and grow with them, and considering it is a supercomputer, ahead of them. Now, whether Cognitoy will ever gain awareness and rule the world one family at a time is a question that will be answered soon enough. Perhaps introspection is intertwined in our search for the answers that lie in the universe. While humanity is still busy creating the technology necessary for a human being to upload their brain onto a machine, one can still look within themselves in a simpler and cheaper way. I believe that everyone comes across the idea of lucid dreaming at one point or another. It is a chance to experience what the human brain can allow you to do, at least in your head, and to be aware of and witness the brain's brilliant power of simulation at an extremely low wattage. To quote Michio Kaku, if someone calls you a dim bulb, it's actually a compliment. How did I come across lucid dreaming? My childhood was plagued with horrendous nightmares, and sleep was a friend who seldom showed her face. It was nothing as bad as suffering from night terrors or sleep paralysis, but I looked for a solution to my problem. I do not remember where I read this, but I came across some text stating that if you repeated a word in your mind and assigned it the onus of awakening before falling asleep, all you would need to do is utter the word in your dream, causing you to gain awareness for a second and wake up. I tried this method, curious for the results. I went to bed after repeating my chosen word several times, and just when I was about to be dismembered, I said the word. Lo and behold, the dream was disrupted by my awareness, which flooded the fictional setting for a short instance, and then I was awake, staring at the ceiling with a look of amazement plastered on my face. I continued this process every night, which led me to gaining more and more control of my dreams. The key was to manipulate the moment in which my awareness pervaded the dream, causing the features of the dream to saturate with what I can only describe as reality, almost breaking it. It was at this moment I could control the dream and reverted the dream to its original state. There was an immense difference in that I could control literally every aspect of the dream. To describe my experience using my usual method, this poem is called Lucid Dreams. Shut your lids. Senses slowly depart, radiating inwards. From the ether, a scene unfolds. Follow the motions, interact with your subconscious through imprinted characters. Gain awareness. Freely explore the dreamscape. Breathe fire. Become water. Fly. Notice the door. The knob rattles. Cacophony. Hear scratches, moans, slaps. Open the door. Thank you for listening.